The champion of conservation, dedicating his life to preserving the ocean environment, especially sharks. And that actually might come as a surprise because in 2009, while he was with the Australian Navy, he was attacked by a 10-foot bull shark, losing his right hand and leg. Paul de Gelder is the author of a new book, Shark: Why We Need to Save the World's Most Misunderstood Predator. He joins us now to talk more about it. Paul, thank you so much for coming on the show. Now, you went into the Navy to become a clearance diver, and that's when you were attacked. Tell us what happened that day.
That day specifically, February 11th, 2009, I was part of an exercise, a counter-terrorism exercise, right in the heart of Sydney Harbour, alongside the Navy base there called Garden Island. And I was basically swimming from point A to point B, pretending to be an attack swimmer. And while I was on the surface, on my back, as you just said, a bull shark came up from underneath me and decided it wanted my limbs more than I did. And that was a pretty tough day at work, I've got to admit. I did think I was going to die that day, but fortunately, the training that the military had given me gave me laser-like focus to get back to my boat, swimming through a pool of my own blood with one hand and one leg, where my teammates rendered first aid, kept me alive until the paramedics got there, and they whisked me off to hospital and into emergency surgery. So as bad as a day as it was, it kind of fell into place to keep me alive and taught me a lot about life.
Wow, and you call it a pretty bad day. It's just astounding, really, what you endured there. If anyone has a reason not to like sharks, it would probably be someone like you, someone who was attacked by one. But you responded to the attack by studying sharks more and dedicating your life to try to protect them. How did that end up happening?
Well, I think it was partially because I never blamed the shark. It was just a shark doing its thing, and I chose this inherently dangerous life, where in the Army I'm jumping out of planes and I've got rocket launchers and grenades and machine guns, and that I actually hated sharks. I thought we should kill them all so we could swim in the ocean and not get eaten. So out of necessity of not looking like a big dummy on television, I decided to do some study. I got onto this wonderful thing called Google, and as the old adage goes, knowledge dispels fear. And the more I learn about sharks, the more I learn about their plight as to how many of them kill us a year as opposed to how many we kill a year. And the disparity just blew my mind. And it made me think, you know, really, who is the monster here?
And you said knowledge dispels fear, but tell us, did you have any fear at all? And we're talking about that episode of 60 Minutes Australia. It captured you getting back in the water with sharks. I mean, any anxiety? What was it like to have such a close encounter for the first time since your attack?
Look, that was way back in 2000 and at the end of 2009, I think, so quite a long time ago. I've progressed pretty fast since then, working on Shark Week with Discovery Channel. You know, I've dived with 4 big male great white sharks at 110 feet with no cage. I've taught Ronda Rousey how to hand feed bull sharks in Fiji. I've taught Will Smith how to dive with tiger sharks. I've parachuted into the ocean for 2 days and 2 nights with no food or water, surrounded by sharks.
And you write in the book, in my case, I have chosen to leverage my story of overcoming my fear of sharks, even after almost meeting my end in the jaws of one, as an example for others, in the hope that people will see and understand that if a shark attack survivor can rise above fear through knowledge and compassion, then anyone can. And this book overall is about conservation. Why is it important for sharks? And what are some small things that anybody can do to make their situation a little bit better?
Well, you know, I wrote that so it wouldn't just encompass sharks, it would encompass all of our lives, because a lot of us have fears that are ingrained into us, and we can overcome them just like I overcame my fear of sharks. It doesn't have to be specific, but there are many things that we can do. If you're not much of a traveler, not much of an adventurer, and maybe you're landlocked in the middle of America, you can still follow these pages that protect sharks, that spread information about sharks. They tell you how to help. You can sign the petitions, you can join the clubs, because these things, these little things, even the petitions, they do actually work. That's one of the reasons that America, just in the end of last year, has decided they're not going to export or import shark fins at all anymore. And so that is off the back of community support. So these little things really do make a difference. But if you're more of the adventurous type, maybe you live near the coast, maybe down Florida, you can actually go and have an experience with these animals, because there's plenty of ecotourism opportunities. And what you're doing is not only just having an experience that you'll talk about for the rest of your life, you're actually financing these industries that help protect sharks. And so there's a bunch of different ways that you can help.
Well, we know that you are making a difference, Paul. We so appreciate your energy and your insight. Thanks for joining us tonight. You can get Shark, Why We Need to Save the World's Most Misunderstood Predator anywhere books are sold, starting tomorrow.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.